Hi, I hope you're having a great day. Well, today I want to talk about diets and why diets don't work. Now, there are universities across the world that are now beginning to work on this correlation of how diets could be the worst thing for you. Now, don't get me wrong, there is a small population of people that would require diets, people with specific diseases, like issues with their kidney, issues with their liver, certain medications that they're on require certain diets to be given by clinical dietitians and all of that stuff. That's a small population of people. But what about everyone else who is obsessed behind diets, obsessed about following a piece of paper that's dictating to you what you should eat, how much you should eat, and what kind of framework you need to live your life within? Now, if you think that piece of paper with food written on is going to change your life, it's great as a benchmark, it's great as an indicator of what your body requires, but anything over and above that is only going to cause you more and more problems. And we can see that today because when you look at Google, the most Google thing is diet. The most Google thing is the best diet for belly fat loss, the best diet for immunity, and all of that stuff. So we need to start changing our mindset and belief system when it comes to the word diet. The most common questions and the most common things spoken at most social events today is, hey, how much weight did you lose? How did you lose weight? Are you losing weight? What diet are you on? What nutritionist are you following? So there's this certain amount of obsession which is being built around something which is nothing but a piece of paper telling you how you should eat food and when you should eat food. So it's making us lose this connection with our very soul. Your body gives you the best biofeedback in the world. It tells you when you're sleepy. It tells you if you should sleep more or sleep less. It tells you when you should eat your food. It tells you how much of food you should eat. It tells you the kind of food that you should eat. So when you're staying in a warm country and the weather changes, you travel to a place where it's cold, if you really listen to your body is making you eat high fat foods because that's what the body requires when you're in a cold country. It needs more fat for it to look after its survival, to look after organs and maintain body temperature. So if you really carefully and mindfully listen to your body is the best indicator, giving you the best biofeedback all of the time. But we become so obsessed with someone else telling us what to eat and when to eat. A simple example, if you're put on a 1,500 calorie diet, okay, that may be good for you tomorrow, but day after, if your activity increases, the 1,500 calories is not accurate for you anymore. Or if your activity decreases, the 1,500 calories may be too much for you. If you use more brain power because you're in meetings or you're working longer hours, those 1,500 calories are not accurate for you anymore. Or if you've had a really sedentary day, those 1,500 calories are not enough for you, which is why all diets like this fail after a period of time. You will get short-term results like losing 2, 3, 4 kilos, and then you'll find that the moment you get off that diet, you put all of that weight back on. Why? Because like allopathy, which is good for us and needed, it only treats the symptom. When you follow a piece of paper dictating to you how, when, how much you should eat, okay, you are only treating the symptom of weight loss. But you need to get to the root cause and find out, why do I overeat? Why am I unable to exercise today? Why am I unable to sleep? When I sleep less, my cravings increase. And because my cravings increase, I become an emotional eater. So when you look at all of these things, okay, does this piece of paper telling you how to eat make any sense anymore? So the whole idea is to encourage people to start using lifestyle as the drug to help you lose weight, gain weight, boost your immunity, look after your hair, your skin, and everything. Because we're constantly targeting the physical self, but every decision to eat, work out, not work out, sleep, not sleep, be stressed, not be stressed, is starting in our mind. So 80% to 90% of our investment should be going into our mental and our emotional health. Because if I'm emotionally stable, I'm going to make the right decisions for food that suit my body type and that build my immunity. If I'm in the wrong emotional state of mind all the time, I'm going to be binging on things that give me a quick high, that make me happy. Anything that contains sugar, anything that contains salt. So you see, no amount of working out in the gym, no amount of eating all of your health foods is going to work if the mind is not fine. Now, I agree, everyone has stress in this world, everyone's dealing with some problem or the other, but then that's common sense for us to say, let's invest more in the mind, let's invest more in the emotions, because that is what is going to control our decisions to eat well or not eat well, work out or not work out, sleep or compromise sleep. So a diet doesn't teach you that. A diet could be a great framework to tell you like, hey, these are the kind of foods that suit your body. This is how much of vegetable you need in a day. Yes, your diet is deficient in fruit, so you should be having more fruits. Your diet is deficient in nuts and fiber. Let's put that in. So you should have a framework of what suits your body type. And what we need to understand is that every human being is individually unique. Every human being. In my practice, I'm yet to see someone with the same body type or the same diet. So when we try to copy other people's diets or share diets, just because I lost weight with a diet doesn't mean the next person's going to lose weight the same way, because that person is different genetically, metabolically, their environment is different, the amount of stress levels they have is different, their inflammation levels in the body is different, their bowel movements are different, and all of this contributes towards building great health, losing weight, boosting immunity, and everything else. So we're so obsessed that, wow, that particular person lost weight on that diet, now let's everyone jump onto that diet. So people have to find a way that works for them, where they can lose weight and maintain their health. Because there are just too many people out there losing weight and they have liver issues and kidney issues and low immunity, and they're losing their hair and they're losing the quality of their skin. They're getting constipated because they're now malnourished more than anything else. Most diets will create malnourishment in you. Only your body knows what you really require. So that's your answer. Some people do fantastically well on carbohydrates. You know, they have high carb meals and they maintain their weight, they maintain their health. For some people, they need to go low carb for them to lose weight. But it's unique and different for everyone else. Some people may need a little more protein because their activity is more. Some people don't need as much as protein as someone else knows, but all of us have assumed that more protein means more weight loss. More protein means more muscle and more tone. Then everyone would be toned, because every second person is popping in supplements and drinking whey protein shakes and stuff like that, but yet they're not reaching their body goals or their weight goals. So it's as simple as that. Some people need high fat diets, but most people think fat is bad for them. And if they have more fat, they get more fat. But it's different for everyone else, which is why it's important for us to understand and listen to our bodies and decide that carbohydrates suit me maybe at lunchtime. Maybe not at dinner. For some people, they need to be more high fat throughout the day. Some people need higher protein. Some people need lesser fat. It's different. So it's very important for you to understand your body type and what works for you, because there is no general theory that we can make a claim and say carbohydrates are great or carbohydrates are bad. It may be good for you, it may be bad for someone else. We can't make a claim that protein suits everyone. Most people overdoing it on protein are bloated, they have gas, they mess up the entire digestive system and the microbiome of their gut. Whereas some people, the moment they take a little more protein, they start developing muscle. So we need to understand our body type, and the first thing to do is break our mindsets and move away from this whole concept of diet and replace it with lifestyle. Because when you replace it with lifestyle, your subconscious mind starts treating you differently. What is your lifestyle when it comes to food? So for example, if someone loves food, taking away their food will now create psychological distress in them. So they have a bigger problem. They have higher stress levels, they're unhappy because you're taking away something which makes them happy. So if someone likes eating food, our approach has to be, fine, these are the foods you like. Now what other lifestyle changes can I make without upsetting your liking for food? Can you exercise more? Can you be taking more care of your stress levels? Can you sleep well? Can you add more activity into your life? Can you portion control? Eat what you want the right way, but why must you overeat? So you see, these are lifestyle decisions rather than making that person follow a framework of food and depressing that person. Because most people on a diet are not happy. They feel deprived, because you need to understand, a lot of people pretend to be happy, but you need to understand that the human brain is wired for pleasure and the human brain is wired to avoid pain. Every human being, we are wired for pleasure and we are wired to avoid pain, which is why painkillers are like drugs for us. Anything that can take away the pain. Anything that can take away the pain is good for us, whether it's alcohol, drugs, everyone finds their own vice. But the human brain is wired for pleasure and wired to avoid pain. So when you put someone on a diet who loves food, guess what? You're psychologically creating an issue for them and they're going to have more problems. So you would rather use lifestyle and coach people on eating lesser or not overeating or increasing their exercise. There's always something that you can do. You may come across someone who doesn't like to work out. So fine. How can you be more active? Could it be a dance class that you can do? You don't have to come to a gym to lose weight. There are so many people who lose weight just by walking and just by doing yoga. But it's unique. Just because our mindsets are fixed that, oh, everyone who's doing CrossFit is losing the most weight, and you go for it even though you don't like it, and you end up with injury. Because everything that we do that we don't like, the body doesn't accept. So it is so important for us to understand and break our mindsets that, hey, a diet plan will fail after a while. What you want to do is take that diet plan and convert it into a lifestyle plan for you. Where can I improve in my nutrition? What are the top 3 things I need to do without a diet plan? Most people have to make lifestyle changes, like I said. What are the top 3 things I can do to improve my exercise or my activity? What are the top 3 things I can do to improve the quality of my sleep? What are the top 3 things that I can do to be less stressed, to be more happy, to manage my emotions even though I have all the stress in the world? These are the little things that we have to do. They're called lifestyle changes. They're inexpensive and they are free. And it's about time we stop walking around with this herd mentality of trying to look out for what's working for everyone else. Because what's working for everyone else doesn't have to work for you. It's not just diets, it's medicine. Like if you have 100 diabetics with type 2 diabetes right now and you give them the same medication, that means 100 diabetics should respond the same way. But not all of them respond the same way. Some of them, their sugar levels come down. Some it doesn't change. Some of them, the medication has to be increased. Why? Because they're unique. They're 100 unique people, which means they need 100 different approaches. They need the medicine, but they also need 100 other different approaches to get different results. And that's how it works. We got to focus on lifestyle, the things which are inexpensive and free, evaluate our lives and see what change we can make to have a better us. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep. And the same thing comes with your children. Moms and dads, stop looking around what other parents are doing and trying to say that, oh, that's the coolest thing, let's do it for our kids. Your kids may not like fruits at this phase in their life. They may like it later. But you force them, you make them rebel against it. You make them adverse against it. You try to force them to do things. Every child goes through a phase. You as a child went through a phase where you liked something and you didn't like something. But we have this peer pressure on us that, oh, all the other kids are eating fruits and vegetables. My son isn't. Now let's force feed my son. Everyone is different. Everyone is unique. When you respect that, you'll find other avenues to enable them to get the right kind of nutrition and activity. So we got to have minds of our own. And like I said this morning, other people's perception of you is none of your business. What other people think of you or the way you parent or the way you lead your life is none of your business. What is your business is how you're living your life, and the things that you do, is it working for you, and at the end of the day making you happy. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.